Havaday, my fellow Guamanians, thanks so much for sticking with us right here on KUAM. We got a good show for you tonight, and we lead off with information about the Guam Homeless Coalition. The point-in-time count is coming up, and here to talk all about that are Holly Rustick and Diana Calvo. Ladies, good to see both of you again.
Good to see you as well. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, we've talked with both of you about the homeless population here on Guam over the years. Dan, let's start with you. Have we an idea, like an estimate at this point and everything like that, what the homeless population is? Because I believe last time we talked to you, they said it was somewhere around 1,200.
Well,
That's which to me was staggering.
Well, if we were to follow the definition for the Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, we estimate our homeless population to probably be in the range of 1,200 to 1,300. And that includes individuals who are street homeless. These are the individuals you see walking around.
Which I would say, to be fair to most people, is what they consider to be like homeless, and that's why when people say like the number is so high, they're like, wow.
Yes, but there's also individuals and families who live in what we deem substandard housing, and depending on the levels of substandardness, would actually be defined to be in a homeless situation. And so it incorporates those categories of individuals and families in the homeless count.
As far as the methodology, Holly, how do you guys go about, putting the count together and trying to quantify the amount of people who are homeless on Guam?
Well, it's also based on a federal program as well. So all across the nation that they're doing this on this specific time within the last 10 days of January to go out just in a 24-hour period and collect information directly from homeless individuals. So we have a survey that we've developed, and we go out and we ask these questions, and it changes a little bit year to year concerning what information we got the prior year to develop any more needs that we may need. And then we just go and we talk to them, and we ask them the different demographic information, all sorts of information that can really identify why they're homeless, who is homeless, all of the families that are homeless. So.
Well, of course, ladies, the intent is to first, for statistical purposes, find out what that number is, and then next dedicate all of our efforts as fellow islanders and everything to drive that number down.
That's correct.
Yeah, hopefully going forward, how do we do that, Diana?
Well, the analysis from the data will give us characteristics on who are homeless, what are the reasons that resulted in the individual becoming homeless, what are the barriers that are preventing these individuals from seeking permanent housing. And then the programs that we identify are to respond to those needs, to beef up individuals in their education or skill training, identifying housing units that they can actually live in during the time that they're going through this process. And there are support services that are provided to these individuals to enable them to successfully complete whatever it is they're starting. And the objective really is self-reliance and self-sufficiency so that they're able to live in permanent housing.
Are you in need, Holly, of any additional manpower to conduct this count? Because it's a massive undertaking. Because like with 1,200 people, that's not an easy job to do. And the survey isn't just fill out this card. 2 minutes later you're done and everything. You want to be very sensitive to this thing, obviously.
Right. Well, currently we have I believe about 240 volunteers that have already signed up. So we have quite a bit of people, and we've already conducted the training. So at this point in time, we would really, any kind of assistance that we would like, or some canned food or any other kind of hygiene things, so we can give out to the homeless. Because we don't just go to take information, we also go to give. So we give out, we give out a bag of canned food and like toothpaste, shampoo, all of these different things. So that way, it's a win-win situation for them. But next year, of course, if they want to be involved, or if they want to contact any of the shelters to see if they want to volunteer at the shelter or anything like that, we're more than happy to take those volunteers.
All right, very well, ladies. We've got about 10 seconds before we go to our first commercial break. But when will we know what that number is?
Well, the point-in-time count will be held on Friday, January 30th. It starts at 4 a.m., ends at around 6 or 7 o'clock. We hope to get some preliminary data out within a month after. And it does go through a review and validation process internally within the coalition and also with our granting agency, which is the Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority. And once the information is finalized, it will be made public. The last year's report is posted on GURA's website. It does have the statistical information that was the outcome from the survey that was done.
All right, well, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason, for
All
having
right,
us.
stay tuned. We're back after this.